in our Serve series, we continue to focus on how God calls us to be people who love and to serve all people. And this week in particular, we got to hear from Angie and Laramie Collier as they shared their testimony about how God has moved in their life recently. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to share all of the details that they shared with you. And so if you didn't have a chance to hear their testimony, I just encourage you to ask them or to go back and to check out our Facebook or YouTube to be able to stream their testimony as it was on Sunday morning. But really at its core, what happened with Angie and Laramie was that Angie and Laramie both hit a rock bottom moment when Angie had some medical issues that caused her to flatline 3 different times in the hospital. Doctors didn't think that she was going to recover, and it caused both of them to turn to the Lord, in particular, one-on-one, and actually God was pointing them toward one another to be able to pursue Him alongside of one another. And during that time, as Angie was on life support, God spoke to both of them, gave them peace and a direction that would change their life continually for the next couple years as we see how He's working in their lives today. Well, since the time frame of Angie's recovery, both Angie and Laramie have made some substantial life changes to be able to follow the Lord in a way that they never have before, not just individually, but together. And in 3 specific areas of their life, they've seen real changes that have stood out to them. And first and foremost is their marriage, right? They're able to love and to serve one another in ways that they never have before in their entire marriage. Second is their church. They joined Trinity, they felt the Lord leading them here, and they felt the Lord calling them to be baptized as well, seeing the life change that they have experienced. But in the church, they have all of a sudden jumped in completely to serving. They now serve in the student ministry. Laramie greets people on Sunday morning. Angie served at the shop this summer. They're now also leading a connect group and realizing that what God has done in them is too good to not share with other people and to serve and to love those that are around. And then the third one is community. Angie in particular works as a judge here in Nolan County and has the opportunity to love and to serve those who come into her office, oftentimes with self-inflicted difficulty that they are facing. And then also you have Laramie, who works at Dyess Air Force Base. In everything that he does, he has many different encounters where he's had the opportunity to be able to help disciple people and show people the love of Jesus, and those opportunities are ongoing as well. What we can see in Angie and Laramie's life in the last couple years is that their commitment to God led to a deeper relationship with God. And then that relationship with God led to obedience to what God called them to. And then what God called them to was a life of intentional service of other people in all different areas, in particular their home, their church, and their community. So a few questions to think about and to process with the group is first, what stuck out to you the most about Angie and Laramie's testimony and why? Number 2, why do you think God calls us to engage our home, church, and community as our primary areas of service? Question number 3, in what ways have you been challenged lately to be obedient to what God is leading you to do?